What is a Veed?
A Veed is my alter ego. I guess you could call it sort of like a split personality? Kind of.
Huh.
But to the extreme.
You can turn into a boy.
I actually became cursed. Involved a cursed toilet. But that's a story for another day.
Huh.
You don't want me to get into the nitty-gritty details, trust me.
I think
Maybe
I've
not
never
right
actually
now.
heard the full story about how this happened.
Yeah.
How I got cursed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of embarrassing, and I might have already given you too much with the whole cursed toilet thing, so you can probably imagine how really embarrassing that might be for me to talk about.
So, at this point in the conversation, Lonik is just pressing A to skip text.
Fair enough.
But if you really want me to divulge, I probably need a few hard drinks.
Oh, we can.
Which I'm assuming you can get in either Sam's world or in Black Powder's
We
world.
can get it here. The liquor cabinet changes, remember?
That's true too.
Hold on, hard drinks? You mean like gives you stone skin?
Alcohol.
We're gonna
No.
Talking more like scotch.
we're gonna need the whole glossary of terms.
What? Scotch? What is... Oh no! That would raise the age rating.
Trust me, there's a lot of things that are not appropriate for children in this group.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot.
She died.
You should not have been in Tori's world.
No.
So it's sounding like Sam's world is an easier world to go to?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps.
I've been black and white before.
I don't think anything can hurt me in Sam's world.
That's true.
Maybe.
That's true.
See, we would have come up with this conclusion as a group prior to trying to sneak around it and put it in yourselves.
True.
Is nobody around here does any sneaking.
I look at Frankie.
Me too.
Lonik is just like looking at different people like who could sneak.
Well, Sam, now that this is out in the open, I, like Tori, agree. Thank you for being considerate to all of our problems. But you did say someone died in your world.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think that's important to us? Because it's where you come from?
Who died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who died?
So I had a dame come to hire me to check a friend that she thought was being blackmailed. As I went to go check out this fella's house, he was in the backyard dead. Someone murdered him rather than just blackmail him. So I'll take out the chess piece from my pocket, pop it on the coffee table, just say, this was near the body. Frankie, we came close while we were in your world for me to use some of your technology to see what kind of information I could get on the blood on it. But things started happening fast, so I don't have a whole lot of information on that. But there's a lot of horses involved, expensive show horses and race horses. The gal who hired me is the police commissioner's ex. There's a lot of undertones of criminal activity going on. I was just getting ready to go and start tailing a cat, seeing where that led.
Lonik this entire time is just staring at the wall like he doesn't understand any of it. And he finally does speak. What's dame?
Lass.
Lady.
That
Girl.
one I understood. He doesn't have the old-fashioned lingo because he was made in the 90s. Or the 80s.
I'm trying to understand why you had to follow a cat.
And Bella.
So Frankie was several leagues ahead of Lonic, but still behind.
If we find the cat, then I can prepare to be V'd for Black Powder's World.
True.
Yeah.
True.
This cat's pretty slippery.
We need this cat.
A slippery cat.
If we need a cat, we could probably just jump back into
That
Star's
cats
world if
don't
we
like
get
water.
desperate.
Right.
just go,
like a
just go
shade?
near Star's husband.
Is
Yes.
the cat
I
shaped?
am very slippery. Ganvani hates it.
Yeah, no, not a cat. A fella. We say cat.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm gonna need
I
another dictionary.
see. Okay, so there's a bit of a language barrier in your world.
It would
Yeah, you guys would definitely stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, unless, so far we've all been kind of changing when we go into their places.
I've been lots of different versions of myself in different games. Like, if I go to play cricket, I get kind of bent into a different shape and I get a bat. Is it like that?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Although in Frankie's world, only two of us changed.
Yeah.
So. Well,
In
that
my
was-
world, they had like
changes.
different personalities altogether.
Heck, in your world, I was a woman.
Oh yeah, that too.
And I had no wings, which was disturbing.
Oh, I collect those.
I don't want to talk about what happened to me.
Oh, I want to talk about it. This is hilarious.
Star's wings are off limits.
Thank you.
Oh, I mean, he's the deleted Great Fairy that the product designer Bill was trying to pitch, right?
Deleted?
So it was, I mean, my game's kind of old and they didn't think that would sit well with a lot of people at the time.
I think deleted implies that you were rejected.
Star just looks like this word. It does not compute.
So many language barriers.
So, did we make a decision? Are we still going to try to go with Sam's world now?
I mean, if you guys don't mind doing some more of the thinking than I do, because I don't do thinking very well.
It's
Damn.
fine.
I'll
Go
tell you
Star's
what.
world.
We've got 2 bookmarks, and I'm going to put the second one just on the coffee table and pocket the chess piece. Say, I'll leave it up to the group.
Star will put down the other bookmark. Well, actually, Star will actually put down the other bookmark.
Lonic puts down a chip.
You may need to save that for yourself.
Yeah, you might want to say
Yeah,
that.
you might want to save that.
Lonic picks up the chip.
I mean, if Black Powder's world really is as dangerous as you say it is, Black Powder, then
It can be.
maybe going to Sam's world first gives us a little bit more time to prepare, like you said, Sam.
All we have to do is follow this cat.
Yes.
Doesn't seem so bad.
Before
That sounds like an escort mission. I'm voting for Black Powder's world.
Sam, you said this chess piece was a clue, right? It had blood on it and stuff. I got an item from my world. I'm wondering, the little googly eyes, can we put it on the chess piece and see what happens?
Give it a try.
Googly
Knock
eyes?
the chess piece back out.
Oh, Lonnet. Yeah,
Is
we all
this,
get
is
we
that
all
from
get
an
cool
uncommon-
items when Lonnet. We all get items from each world.
Question. Sue, wasn't there another one of those power balls? Wasn't there an extra one?
There is, she said, and she pulls out her compact, and she says, "Huh, I think I left it in my world."
Might have to go back there at some point because we suddenly have an extra person.
Maybe that flavor ball's for you.
Flavor ball?
Could be.
It's a thing.
Like this, and I'll pull mine out.
Yeah. We'll wave the flavor ball in the air.
We can deal with that the next time we're in my world.
But the googly eyes. Okay, so I'll pull them out and
Yes.
I'll plop them on the chess piece.
So you place the googly eyes onto the knight. The horse suddenly starts to move and move around. It moves its head, and the eyes start to blink, and then the horse starts just silently looks around and just surveys the area.
Hi there.
Oh, you're dead, aren't you?
Yeah.
It says, looking towards you. Cool.
I thought it was cool too.
What can I do for you, dead girl?
My friend here found you at a crime scene. Did you see what happened?
I saw a little bit. It's kind of hard to see much because I was in some person's pocket.
A person's pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything?
Oh yeah, lots of things. Struggles. Maybe some of the things being turned over, furniture. It was quite a fight. But the inevitable happens. Death always happens.
Did you see who picked you up and put you in their pocket?
Kind of hard to tell because whoever it was, they kept their face all covered and stuff. But they were able to get some of the blood from the victim. Looked like some sort of person in a suit, which by the way matches the suit of the taxidermist. Placed it on me and then dropped me in the ground. Didn't get a good look at the person though. Spoilers,
Hold on.
Oh, you've died a lot. That's cool.
I always come back, except for when I don't. Then you have to start from the beginning. But, so, Sam, your world has fetch quests and escort missions, and now there's a ninja going around killing people.
Well, it's got things. Did you hear the name Joey Ratello or Rattlesnake?
Joey, Ratello, Rattlesnake. Nah, that name doesn't sound familiar to me. Or at least I didn't hear anyone say any of those things.
Did you hear any name being called out?
Nah, no names. Just a lot of fighting, a lot of grunting, screaming.
Could you tell if the person who was carrying you was a man or a woman?
He said, couldn't tell you that. Have no idea.
Pocket, I'd guess a man.
You can deduce that if you'd want.
Yeah, there's no way you would fit in a woman's pocket.
Everyone has pockets.
What?
We have pockets, but they're not as
What?
big as guys' pockets.
What's the point of that?
Wait a minute.
Right, Black Powder?
I'm sorry. I'm
same page.
confused. Pockets?
Like your
Walk up.
We'll explain later.
Do you
kind of
mean
like your
inventory?
inventory. Yeah.
Huh.
The knight turns its head towards Black Powder. You. Huh. Death follows you.
Very much so.
Cool.
You're creepy.
Can he join the party? I like him.
Death's not creepy.
And I mean, he's apparently been part of the party. He's been walking around in Sam's pocket.
Yeah, I know you have been part of the party.
Death's not creepy. Death just is.
Death isn't creepy. You're creepy.
Cool.
Kind of a compliment, you know?
Yeah, you and Tori are going to be good friends.
Yeah.
Death is life, and life is death.
This is true.
So
Star-
emo.
Right. The emo horse. I love it.
The Blue, not a sub-boss guy. You look a bit sweaty.
Oh, you're also made of death. A lot of people died so that you could live. You're welcome, he says, looking at Frankie.
Why are you saying you're welcome? Did you have something to do with it?
Says, nah, I'm just being a smart aleck. I don't know if I like those eyes on that thing, Tori. She says, I'm not really up to making friends with it right now.
Aw, I wanted to keep it.
Ask Sam if you can keep it.
Yeah.
How long does this effect last out of character?
It lasts as long as you want it. You can just
Whoa.
keep it on there indefinitely. You can remove the eyes whenever you
Oh.
want. You can pop them onto something else. It's indefinite, pretty much. But I will say that you can only pop them on a new object like once per in-game day.
Sure.
Once per in-game day. So you can't just keep swapping them back and forth all the time. But you can always remove them whenever you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
They just won't be active to be put on a new object until another in-game day.
Nice. Star will look at Sam and say, okay, so Death Horse seems to be his mantra. Does that make any sense to you? What your case is?
I mean, there are a couple ideas, but no real leads. I mean, that's what I was in the process of.
Okay. Death Horse?
Death horse?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty much his whole thing is death. And he's a horse. Star will sit down in front of him and pluck him and put him into his hand and say, so, with all the scuffling you heard, did you hear anyone say any sentences with words that may help our friend who has no color?
The only thing I can remember, he says, something about a deal and how deals were broken. That's the only thing I can remember.
Thank you, Death Horse. You're nice. He'll put it back down on the table.
I mean, it really makes me think this is just almost a calling card more than anything.
So,
It's a calling card? Like, call? Like, on a, like, hey.
No, not like on our radios. Like someone who's going to kill is going to leave something like this every time they snuff someone out.
Like a signature, almost.
Yep.
Evidence?
We might find more chess
Like
pieces.
clues?
That's the hope.
That's a dumb killer.
Well, we're just kind of sitting around. Have we decided that we're going to go to Game Boy Characters World?
I think so, Sue says.
What is a game, boy?
I'd rather go to the Pirate World. But
But we'll get there, don't worry.
Oh, we'll get there.
It's going to take a bit more planning, I think, than Sam's World, maybe.
yeah.
Sam, you are going to try to activate your bookmark, what you presume to be your bookmark, and it succeeds. The little fountain-looking thing that has this mercury silver-like liquid kind of erupts and completely fills the whole room with it very quickly. And then you just feel this very strange sensation as you start to traverse into a completely different vibe from what you were before. You are finding yourselves in a new world that is completely black and white. Completely black and white. It is the 20s, 30s type of time period. Everyone is going to transform into 1920s, 1930s fashion. Let us all describe to everybody how each of our characters look. Alex, since you're already looking the part, why don't we start with you?
Yes, I'm kind of halfway there. Just to kind of give you an idea. Definitely, Frankie comes into the world with this like 3-piece suit on with vest and tie and everything, and he is sporting these glasses. Like all of a sudden, like, he doesn't need glasses. He doesn't have bad vision, but somehow it just fits the part. Like he's still very massive, and he's kind of the tank and the muscle of the group, but he's just decked out in this Superfly gangster suit.
Yeah. And because everything's in black and white, nobody could really tell if you're blue or not. Can't really tell. So, there you go. Perfect. You probably still have, like, stitches and stuff.
Yes, that is still there.
So I would say for Tori, she'll be wearing a dress.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, like, late 1930s or late 1940s, like a shirtwaist dress. It probably is a button up with like kind of a collar, and I'm thinking for the color though, imagine like Wednesday Addams sort of dress pattern.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going with.
So clothing-wise, Black Powder's wearing very much almost like that gangster style kind of zoot suit. So the pinstripes, the suspenders, he has a bowler hat. However, he does have the 1920s like metal prosthetic leg instead of his peg leg, and he has a glass eye because that was a thing, and so it's a little disturbing because it doesn't move and it's slightly the wrong color.
A little bit bigger.
Not necessarily like it looks off. But yeah, very much that kind of gangster style.
Star is a cross between a flapper girl and a swing singer. So he has a crooked fedora covering one of his eyes. He has a flower in it. His hair is like that wavy, like that way with that spiral curl in it. His suit is the top of like a gentleman's suit, but it's like all sparkly and bedazzled because you can't do nothing normal. He has white gloves on, but they're fingerless. It goes all the way down. It stays in the same like suit of how the singers with the tails in the back, slacks, but it's like a pencil suit, but it's like sparkly all the way down. And then you see his wings. Or does Star still have his wings in Sam's world?
I will leave it up to you, because that'll determine. You tell me how difficult or easy it is for you to blend in amongst the people here. You tell me.
Because his suit already is super standouting. Standouting, if that's not even a word. Sure, why not? Go ahead, throw his wings in so he can just, again, that sore thumb. So you see his wings.
His wings. You definitely stick out. Cool. For Sue, so I was thinking something like this. Again, almost flapper-like. Probably her dress is not going to be that dark of a green. I was trying to make it more closer to her natural hair color, which is also kind of like a kelp green color. But she's got the feathers, which again are almost reminiscent to her Star's World form when she was a bird in that one too. With the gloves, and yeah, she's very cute. She looks very cute in that outfit. And last but not least, the wild card.
Okay. You guys have already seen bits and pieces of this one, but not in its true form. Lonic looks like Lonic, if you were to look around, you wouldn't see what you would know as Lonic. But you would see what looks like a 1920s cartoon character that's shaped like an imported Japanese teacup, complete with a kanji stamp on the inside if you could see it, and some kanji designs on the outside. He's got like a little golden handle, and anybody who has a sense of smell, sorry Tori, would be able to immediately detect the aroma of the darkest roast coffee you could imagine. Like, take a black hole and put that in the depth of space and use that, and then close your eyes and use that as a reference point for how dark this coffee is.
Sounds like Sam's sort of coffee.
Right up his alley.
Yep, right on my. That's some good aftershave there. That's great.
Let me also review the rules of this world as Joe describes them. So there is a mystery rule where everyone is a suspect, and most suspects, particularly the antagonist or guilty party, must be introduced early. Perception tests have a -2 modifier. Okay, so every time we do a perception test, just everyone knows that you've temporarily in this world have a -2. Next rule, all supernatural or preternatural agencies are generally ruled out as a matter of course. The problem of the crime must be solved by strictly naturalistic means. Clues should lead logically from scene to scene. Makes sense. The physics and structures are tangible and rooted in / focused on science, historical, and industry. Any strength and dexterity tests have a -1 modifier because of that, okay? And then again, everything is black and white in perception, but the gray runs through unseen. Criminality is often hidden in the spotlight, and peace and tranquility is found in the dark. I like that a lot. So yes, just keep that in mind. So now that I've described the rules of the world, and I've described what I believe it look like, we can unpause, and you all can react to your ending up in this world and your transformations.
Well, golly gee, I certainly feel a lot different there, kiddos. Don't forget to buy bonds.
What?
Well, definitely some changes here.
Ooh, I like what I've got. This
too.
is, I can get used to this.
Or you don't look like yourself.
I hate this.
Well, you look great, kid.
Frankie,
Do I
pretty
do I
smart.
still look like the ghost though? Out of character.
Something's wrong. Frankie's fully clothed.
Yeah.
Actually, good point.
Well, of
Whoa.
course he's fully clothed.
That-
if he
that's
was
why
in the
I'm
buff,
like-
that'd raise our age rating.
That is why I'm liking it. I'm really covered up. Like I'm used to wearing my armor back home. This is nice.
I'm just wondering how long it's gonna last this time, because technically he started out fully clothed in Tori's world.
Was I really fully clothed?
You started out,
Barely.
and you took off your shirt pretty fast.
No, it's just I felt compelled to do that. It was so hot.
I have this weird sensation, like all of a sudden I need to treat you seriously now and not completely objectify you 24/7.
That's okay. I like that.
My balance is all off now.
You okay?
I got a new leg, it's a bit weird. It's heavy.
Heavy?
Heavy.
It's like metal.
Oh,
I might need a hand for balance, Star.
gotcha. And Star's like, I look amazing. I don't know about the rest of you, but he's like looking at himself and I look fabulous.
So if any of you are watching, you'll notice that Lonic hasn't stopped moving since he arrived in this world.
I love it.
Yeah, a little jittery. Maybe we should get to my office and talk about blending in and a game plan and just follow my lead. think most of you look great, though. You're going to blend in really well, better than a lot of the other places we've been.
You don't think people are going to be freaked out by the
Stay in the center.
Okay.
Now, if I remember right, when we left out, I was just leaving the commissioner's ex-wife's house.
Correct. Yes.
So I'm going to leave him to my car and drive over to the office.
Okay. Yeah. You all can pile in. Because Tori's a ghost, she doesn't have to take up one of the seats. She just floats.
Just kind of there.
Does anybody have a lid?
Nope. Don't spill.
Why am I imagining Lonix shrinking down and sitting in the cup holder?
That would be hilarious, actually. So you will drive over to your office. I'm sure many people like Black Powder are probably just reacting to everything, like the car itself, of course, and just the general look and feel of this place and this city. It's sort of got like a gritty kind of feel. There's a lot of people playing music outside. You can probably see like a saxophone player. He's got his saxophone case open and playing a very bluesy tune. People gathering around, dropping tips in. You probably will see some kids in their sort of Newsies outfits, kind of trying to sell some papers on the street. And just because I'm a theater person, maybe some of the Newsies are sort of doing a little dance, as they're trying to get people's attention. And eventually, though, you will arrive at what does the building look like, your office?
It's just a brownstone that has the main office on the first floor, my place up above it. So it's got a big decoration on the window that just calls out Sam Bennett, PI. And yeah, just a standard run-of-the-mill building for the time frame.
You will enter through the entrance, and immediately you will find yourself before a secretary, Susan Simmons. And so she will look up from the front desk as you come in, and she'll say, "Welcome back, Mr. Bennett. Oh, you've got quite a group with you."
Yeah, Susie, we're going to be in the office for a bit. Why don't you take a little bit of a break, and any messages, any information come in this morning?
Not since you left, no, Mr. Bennett.
All right, I'll shuffle everybody into the office. The office, there aren't a whole lot of, there's really no flair to it, but there is a big couch and a couple of chairs, as well as 2 seats across the desk. And I'll open up the drawer, pull out a bottle of scotch, and just wave everybody who wants to take a little swig.
So while you're doing that, Sue's just kind of looking around, and she starts saying out loud, "Sam's office looks very professional, but a little bit unkept. I walk across the floor, looking curiously at my comrades as they decide where they should partake in a glass or not. Wait, what am I doing?"
What are you doing?
Are you talking to yourself? As Frankie contemplates using his powers in this new world to test to see if they work or not.
You say that out loud. You say that out loud.
What is going on with you guys?
Lonix presses his fingers to his lips and wonders as he continues to move, what would happen if I fell over?
Don't.
Don't know what's happening to us.
Suddenly it dawns on Sue, is everyone monologuing?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Star steps out to the right and says, "You had plenty money, 1922. Why don't you do right like some other men do?" And Star's like, "I didn't know I could sing like this. Why don't you do right?" And he'll lay on Sam's desk.
Lonix just snapping along instinctively.
Yes. Said, "Like some other man." He'll pick up the bottle and pour it, the scotch in there, and he'll say, "Dude," and he'll like drink it back. He'll say, "I so needed that." Star admires his glittering outfit and touches his hair. You know, this is really cool. I like this world.
Star, just like I told you, that blend works great.
Right? And his wings flap.
Well, there's, like I said, quite a bit going on this morning before I got pulled away. There's a couple of things that I was planning on checking out today. I want to get to a gin house where this rattlesnake, Joey Ritello, is. And Rattlesnake's just a nickname. He's not, like, in Star's world, a snake.
It's like the whole cat and the feather thing.
Yeah, you got the dig. So,
When you say you got the ding, Lonix picks like a coffee spoon off your desk and dings himself.
So I know there's a few trust issues. So I figured we'd take a minute and clear the air, make sure we get those all resolved, and once we're all Jake, maybe we can split into a couple of groups and see what we can see.
Sounds hotsy-totsy to me. What's hotsy-totsy?
Oh, that's
Lonix thinks to
Say that
himself.
again.
Lonix thinks to himself, trust issues? I only just met these people and I trust all of them. Golly gee, this could cause problems down the road for Lonix.
I don't know why, but Lonix reminded me so much of like a racehorse announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is a horse that was favored to win a big race, but didn't. A spotted-nosed salamander.
So out of character, Joe, I believe what I had said was when you go to Joey the Rattlesnake Ritello's hideout, because his hideout looks like a pet shop from the outside.
Oh, that's the password.
That's the password. The password is spotted nose salamander. You were supposed to find a man in charge and ask about spotted nose salamander, and that's supposed to let you get into Joey's hideout. Just as FYI.
That's right. So yeah, I'll let the group know all of that.
It's a wing ding to get us through the fling.
So my
5 ons.
was, we can say that Lonix, he's a little bit different. We can say it's someone in a get-up for Mary's diner. Lonix, talk about the best coffee at Mary's.
The best coffee at Mary's for just 25 cents. You can get a brew so dark it'll curl your lips. And for a quarter more, you can get that with cream and sugar.
In pretty high prices. But yeah, you got the gist.
Lonix has no idea how currency works in any other world.
Well, and from his time frame, anyhow, that's about right.
It's for the coffee.
Star will jump off Sam's table. As Star walks dramatically and the light hits Star's eyes just right, Star says, "It looks like we have a case to solve, boys."
I wish I had a lid.
Coffee sounds pretty fair, so you have to make sure you top me off before you spill.
I don't know what would happen if someone drank the coffee out of me, but I feel sluggish.
Considering it seems like it would be a part of your body, I don't condone drinking of bodily fluids.
Let's just avoid
That
that.
gets a little weird.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, Sam should be making will saves to avoid this.
Does he have a
It is
coffee
one of my
addiction too?
addictions.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Alright, so you need to go follow this person. You need to get to this hideout, right?
Yeah, so there's a few things that I wanted to do. I want to check out the commissioner's ex-wife and just see. She got a little challenge to make sure she's on the level. I want to tail her a little bit and make sure she's not acting goofy. See if she's, really on the level. I want to check out this Joey Rotello rattlesnake. He's definitely a no good. Need to see what he knows about this whole thing. And then I also want to check out a place I was a little earlier where the body was found. See if I can't get back in and look for a little bit more. Now, I can't do all of them myself. So that's where the group comes in.
So, alright, how is this rattlesnake, in your opinion, like, how is he no good here? I just need context for your world.
He's definitely a criminal and has been known to associate with known criminals and has quite the reputation for taking care of things that could negatively affect criminals.
Sounds like a real troublemaker. We should contact the police as soon as possible. And don't forget, buy bonds and support your boys overseas.
See, the thing is sometimes the cops around here, they're a little more interested in a little bit of politicking and jumping the gun on conclusions. So they're not always the best ones to call. That's why I got a business.
Like crooked
Sounds like
cops.
we need a private investigator.
Like
Bonnie
crooked
wonders
cops,
where
Sam.
we'll find one of those.
Well, not all of them are crooked. Just some of them, yeah, sure, they're crooked as dog's hind leg, but some of them just don't give the attention to detail that they should to make sure they get the right person and, really see that justice is done.
They act without asking questions, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's
what kind of crime does this rattlesnake do? There's a lot of different kinds.
Would I know that, Hark?
Roll Streetwise, please. I mean, first of all, as I said, the pet shop is a front for his speakeasy. So there's, of course, that, because we are under prohibition right now, prohibition laws. But that's really common. Many of the criminals are involved with that. In addition, I believe you found out that, at least through Belinda, that he is very much an avid gambler, a horse race gambler. So I will let you decide if you want to presume anything with that, if he's doing anything shady with that. in terms of like deaths. So here's the thing: Joey the Rattlesnake himself is not known to be a mobster that has a high killing rate, like high murder rate. But he does have his boys take care of certain things, make certain people disappear. Certainly, if somebody's like catching wind of their operations with their speakeasy, definitely. But in terms of numbers, he's not the most lethal of mobsters there are out there by comparison.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'll share that with everybody.
So he's a lounge lizard.
Yeah.
Like a true rattlesnake forms, rattlesnakes don't really attack unless they're provoked. Yes.
So, and so he runs a place that does illegal alcohol.
Yeah.
So he's like a smuggler almost.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he does any of the smuggling. He just makes it available for people to partake illegally. So he provides the ware.
Gotcha. All right.
Which is why we don't have any scotch here, you know.
We have to go to his joint.
Yeah, definitely got to scope out his joint. Use the passcode to get in and see what we can connect on these horses. So that's his link to this murder, is the horses.
Wait a minute. So we're breaking laws by drinking that scotch stuff that you have?
Oh no,
Okay,
we're not
Sam?
doing it. We're shining shoes.
Yeah, it's just giggle water.
Yeah.
So we're in Grand Theft vehicle type possession.
Oh no, I wouldn't steal no car. I got one.
It's a game from where I come from that's about committing crimes and doing whatever you please.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, not so much. I mean, you see, it's illegal if it hampers others. It's a little gray if it's on the down low.
Well, we're all a little gray, aren't we?
Just don't drink the Mickey Figgies.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm speaking with some of these terms either.
Well, you're matching in great.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not coffee blending, but I'm blending.
That's the way to do it. So, this Belinda needs a tail a little bit. So I was thinking a couple people could tail this dame. I was thinking a couple people could go to the speakeasy. And a couple of people could go back to the scene of the crime and do a little digging. Now, the scene of the crime...
Rory looks really nervous when you say to split up, Sam, by the way.
The scene of the crime is probably going to be a little heavy, and you'll have to avoid the cops pretty good.
Well, I'm not very good at lifting, and everyone knows that I speak the easiest of anyone here, so maybe I should go to that one. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Forgive him, for he does not know what he do.
I mean, I could go to the speakeasy. I have dealings with criminals, so it doesn't really intimidate me at all.
Wherever I go, I just don't want to be paired up with Sue.
What?
Felt that burn over here.
Right?
Sweet, am I the fall guy or fall gal?
Absolutely not.
So the speakeasy's gonna have ruffians. Sounds like I could open up a can of fisticuffs. I'm down for that one.
Maybe not, because you're made of glass and you could be broken. Just an FYI.
That.
Just because I'm made of glass doesn't mean I can't still throw down with the best of them.
What are you gonna do, Sam?
Well, I figured I would definitely try to get back to the crime scene for sure.
So who'll go with you?
All I could say
Can I
maybe...
go with you? Can I go? Can I go? Can I go?
I was gonna say, let's not trust Tori and Frankie to go tailing again, please. Sorry, but it didn't go great last time.
I'll go with you, Sam. Can I?
Yeah, and then Frankie and Star, if you want to maybe tail Belinda. I don't know if we want to do that just yet, or if we want to keep it in larger groups and just hit the 2 right off the bat.
I was gonna ask, Tori, can you you could walk through things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't that make it easier to follow someone because you could just stay in a wall?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as long as you go with someone other than Frankie, I think you'll be okay. I think it was just a bad pair.
No Frankie and no Stu.
She said she doesn't want to go with me, so I guess that leaves Star.
Well, Star
Can
can
you
fly,
blame me,
too,
Stu?
so.
Can you blame me?
The shade of it all, girl.
You make one mistake and they never let you leave it down, huh?
You kill a person, and they
Right.
never let you hear the end of it.
Lonic starts monologuing again. More trouble for Lonic down the road because Lonic has a high body count.
Oh, don't worry, I got a high body count too, but they don't seem to really care too much yet.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna be with Sam and Frankie then, going back to the other scene of the crime.
Or you can come with me and Monic if you want.
Ooh, that's
We
good
could
too.
probably use the backup.
It doesn't matter. What do you think, Sam? Which group do you think I would be best with?
So I think, Tori, if you're going to tail this Belinda, then Star should go to the gin house, because I think there's an opportunity for Star to really glamour some shoes there. So Veed with Frankie and me.
Okay, but so does that mean that Tori's tailing someone by herself?
Lonic, how good are you at following people? I'm slow, so I'm not good for it, but do you think you could keep up with someone? You seem pretty fast in the library.
Like, if anyone could tail anyone, would definitely be Lonic.
Yeah, I think
No
if
one can
Lonic
get away.
went with Tori, that'd be ideal.
I should let you know, in this form,
Please.
I'm not that fast.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can you drive?
Can I drive?
I don't know. Can you? Out of character, can you drive in this form? In this form, can
He
you?
doesn't have a driving skill per se.
Okay.
Tori could manipulate objects. So to
You
say
could.
she has
Can
her
Tori
learner's
drive?
permit, that great.
Sure. Yeah, have the dead girl drive. That's great.
Ghost
If
driver,
only you could
nobody
possess.
can get killed.
I was gonna say, if only you could possess objects, then you could possess the car and go all Christine on us.
Oh my
It's just-
god.
I can't yet.
She can't
but-
yet.
Not yet, sadly.
But if anyone can, break into a car, it's gonna be Tori. Tori just goes through the car and just shoot. I'll borrow this. I'll promise I'll parallel park it back to where it was. I promise.
I love it.
You know how to use a stick shift.
There you go.
Oh.
She can
I
move
don't know how to
objects
use
that
this.
she's touching.
All right, rather
So,
than tailing
has anybody
Belinda-
tested how much weight she can move whenever she does that?
Not yet. So rather than tailing Belinda right now, let's do it this way. Let's have Lonic come with us to the crime scene,
Okay.
the taxidermist's house, and Tori go with the rest of the crew to the speakeasy.
It's not, that's fine.
Especially if you,
I've been taken off of the battle. I'm not good with investigations.
that's okay, because we can use you to lure the cops away. Every cop loves donuts and coffee.
That's true.
Oh no. Oh no.
So how do we splitting the group up again? I got so confused.
Me too.
So we're gonna
no.
have Sue, Frankie, me and Lonic go to the crime scene, and the rest go to the gin house.
Okay.
I guess let's do it.
Hey.
So you all will go and split up. Sweet. Okay. Let's start with Sam's group first. So Sam, you're gonna go into your car with the three of us, and you're going to start to drive towards the taxidermist area. When you are halfway to the taxidermist, you suddenly hear a voice from your inventory, Sam. A voice that says, "Oh, cool. Death is happening right now."
I want to slam on the brakes and pull out that chess piece and say,
Is it?
I sense it. Death. Over there. And he starts pointing in another direction, off the course of going to the taxidermist.
all right, everybody, hang on. We're going to go that direction. I'm going to pull brake.
Okay. You're gonna spin around and you're going to floor it and you're gonna make your way over. Do you want to roll me a driving test, a driving roll? I just want to see what you get. All right. Had you failed, I would have had one of the cops pull you over. So you are able to, because you are driving pretty quickly, probably over the speed limits.
Oh yeah.
But again, because you passed your driving, you were able to do it in such a way that the cops didn't catch you. So you follow the direction that the knight.
The knight.
I get those pieces mixed up. The knight, the horse piece basically, is pointing towards, and it actually takes you outside of the city. Not too far outside, but it takes you to more of the rural parts that are relatively close to the city. So by that point you can definitely floor it a bit because you're in the roads that aren't necessarily used as much. And it will take you, to your surprise, to a farm. But as you are getting to the farm, you see this big, large cloud of smoke coming up from the farm. And the entire time, the knight is saying, "Death, and destruction."
So I'm going to hand the piece to Frankie because I know it's not going to affect him now. I'm just going to say, I'm kind of glad we didn't take the eyeballs off this guy, and let's see what we can see. Be ready for anything. Lana, get ready to splash out some fire.
I'm ready to do my best.
As you get to the farm, you do indeed see that the crops, a good amount of the crops of this farm is currently on fire and is burning. What do you do?
Are there any vehicles around that I can see?
Yeah, there are. I mean, there is a farmhouse of whoever lives here that has a vehicle, a standard, but probably not nearly as fancy schmancy vehicle, on the, I guess you could call it, driveway of the farmhouse. There is a tractor that is out in the field that's not active at the moment. You've got silos, and there's a whole, just so you know, there's a whole bunch of barns as well, and stalls, I guess you could call them.
Any figures moving around?
Roll a perception scene, anyone who wants to look. Anyone who succeeded will see that there doesn't seem to be any figures other than animals, like a fox maybe, or other birds. There doesn't seem to be any other humans, I guess I should say, milling around. There doesn't seem to be any activity inside the farmhouse itself. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the house.
All right, I'll get as close to the fields as I feel the car can make it, and then stop and tell everybody to go carefully. But they may be trying to burn evidence and bodies, and I'll hop out and start running towards the fire.
Is there any kind of container in the car, Joe? Like a Tupperware container, a cooler, anything like that?
There would probably be a couple of like paper cups, but that'd be about it. I mean, maybe a bag, like a paper bag, old.
Okay, that's not enough to do what I was thinking of doing.
But yeah, nothing really.
So you run towards the crops that are burning, and I mean, you can get pretty close to them before the smoke is, in the air. So if you do get too close to the smoke, then I'm gonna have to start asking you to make some checks for me, like fight that off.
Yeah, I want to pull my suit coat off and see if I can start like putting out the fire.
So while he's doing that, can I have Lonic make a double jump to get an aerial view?
Sure. You also have your yo-yo too to get an aerial view, just as FYI.
I think a double jump would probably be plenty, just because he can jump like 30 feet in the air.
Yep. Go ahead and roll a jump, please.
So whenever I took the super jump ability, it said that you no longer have to make jumps whenever you make a jump. Make checks whenever you make a jump.
Oh, so you don't have to make. That's fine. So yeah, you're gonna super jump just to get a lay of the land.
Yep. Just jumping straight up in the air, 30 feet in the air. Anybody who sees this might be a bit stunned.
Sure. Roll me a perception roll. Perception C. Oh, okay. 10 versus 10. You're gonna survey the area and Lonic, roll me what would be like an agricultural roll? Would that just be an IQ? Roll me an IQ.
Oh no. Yeah, that's about right.
Alright, so you wouldn't notice that in particular. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say that from that vantage point, you can pretty much confirm that you don't see any human-looking things milling about. There doesn't seem to be any, which also means there's no cops here either. So it doesn't look like anyone knows that this has happened yet. Nobody has notified the authorities yet. So good for you, Sam. You were able to get here thanks to that googly eye night. You were able to get here before the cops got here, which is not how the GM initially planned this to be. So good on you.
So, whee!
I'm gonna yell out for either Frankie or Sue to check the barn and the farmhouse.
Lonic is going to tell Sam there are no humans on the premises, no human NPCs in any corner that I could see from that vantage point.
All right.
He will move towards the farmhouse first, hoping that that's where people are, rather than the farm. The barn. Is it the barn versus the farmhouse? Going to the house first.
Yeah. You go to the house. Roll me a perception scene. No. Okay. So what will be very obvious without needing to even roll a check, is that there appears to have been some sort of a struggle in this house, because again, there's broken glass on the floor. There seems to be tables and chairs that are overturned. It seems like definitely something went down. You're not sure when, but the other thing I will say is there doesn't seem to be anyone in this house. Nobody seems to be in this house currently.
Okay. I mean, Frankie would have called out anyways. He would be like, "Hello, is anybody here?
Yeah.
Is everyone okay? There's a fire outside." And
yep.
And then
no response.
No response. Nobody. Yeah. Okay. Is it Sue right now that's with us, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Sue's right. Yeah.
Okay. Where does Sue go?
Sue is probably. What did you tell Sue to do again? Sorry, Sam.
One person to go to the barn, one person to go to the house.
Okay, so Sue's not going to be with you. She's going to the barn.
So, after he tells Sam that there are no people in the field that he can see, Lonic is going to jump onto on top of the barn.
Yeah, you can do that easily. And as Sue goes into the barn, Lonic, are you going to do anything from the roof?
Mostly just surveying and seeing if there's anything he might have missed, but also seeing if there's a way in through the top of the barn. Because in video games, a lot of the time, if you're trying to get into a building, you go in through the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll me another perception seeing, Lonic.
Yay. Yay!
So the only thing that is significant that you notice is that the barn itself looks like the roof has not been maintained as well, and so there is like some holes that you could fit through to get into the barn, and there is like a loft area in the barn that you can drop down into if you'd like.
I would.
You would? Okay. So you go down into the barn, which is good because the Sue is having trouble going inside the barn because it's actually locked. The barn door is locked. You see a bunch of stalls in the barn. No animals though. It looks like there certainly have been animals who have used this barn, but there currently are no animals in here. Roll me an IQ.
Yay! Oh my god, I passed!
Oh.
You believe that this is a barn where they keep horses normally. You keep horses in this barn. Makes sense.
What can I do to get the door open?
Because I'm hoping at least that the farmers here, farmers, would hopefully anticipate potential fires.
Sure.
Would there be like a water tank here with pumps, things
Yes.
like that? I would look for that.
Yes, it is going to be very obvious that there is a water tower.
Okay.
That is right next to that. I would say several feet from the house. Yeah, there is a water tower.
Maybe we can put out the fire, Sam. I yell to Sam. I don't know exactly where Sam is, but I'll yell to him.
Yeah, I'll just yell back. I'm trying to swat at the fire with my coat as much as possible.
Yeah, by this point the fire is spread throughout pretty much the entire field.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's not gonna help.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
So yeah, I'll definitely call back to Frankie. Yeah, open it up. Let's go. And yeah, I want to work with Frankie to see what we can do to get some water going.
Yeah, we'll look around to see what kind of contraption we can hopefully quickly rig and get going.
So this farm does have an irrigation system of some sort. I'm assuming the fire has probably damaged a lot of it, but you could probably salvage some of it to essentially attempt to put out the fire. So go ahead, Frankie, roll me do you have like a mechanical skill of some sort? None of this is electronic.
I don't have a mechanical. The only thing would be IQ, but I don't know if maybe we can work together. Could I assist Sam instead?
Sure.
So I'll roll IQ, see if I can help Sam.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
money.
yeah, that rolled well. And Sam, did you roll? Was that your IQ for yourself too?
Yeah.
Okay. So you will be able to manipulate the contraption to be able to start putting the fire out and get it under control. And at that point, the smoke is going to start to disappear a bit. Sue basically will come back and say, "I'm sorry, Sam, but the barn is locked. I wasn't able to open it."
That's okay.
So,
Are you okay? Did you keep track of which way Lonic went and lost him after he went up?
I think he made it to the roof.
That's good.
Is Lonic still in the barn, or did he?
Lonic is in the barn. He has an idea that might get it open.
Okay.